It's been well over 2 months since we uploaded a video, but today we are back and you'll be seeing a week's worth of exercise for my 3 Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They are highly active dogs, so they get a lot of exercise, but every week is different. I didn't even have the option to film for 1 week straight, so this was filmed over a 2-week period, but I do think it gives a good idea of what the exercise looks like on an average week. Of course, the seasons influence what we do. It also depends on the dog's age or if we're working towards a sporting tournament. So I will be doing one of these videos again in a couple of months, just so you can compare those 2 or 3 videos to see what we actually do. Since I'm the one filming all the content for this channel, you won't see a whole lot of Hunter. Hunter is Jordi's dog, so he took him for outings, but he did record some stuff on his phone, which I'm very grateful for. So you'll be seeing a little bits and pieces of their adventures, but we also went on outings together, of course, and I also took Hunter out a couple of times, so you will be seeing him. And some things simply weren't filmed. Sometimes I didn't film a walk, or I didn't film and some of the sports things we did, so be sure to check the description for all the information on exactly what we did every single day. I hope all in all, the description and the video together give you an idea of how active our dogs are. Hunter is still quite young, Venus is adult, and Mojo is as well, but she has joint issues, so that's something to keep in mind. Mojo can't do as much and Hunter is still working towards doing more. But all in all, I think all 3 are very active. I'm very curious to hear what you guys do on a weekly basis. If you have a daily schedule, a weekly schedule, or just take it as the day comes, I'm very interested in hearing about your exercise schedule. So let us know in the comments what you do on an average week. Our usual weeks include 6 active days and 1 very calm day. On a resting day like that, which is quite important for their joints and their muscles, I just do some slow walks and that's it. On the other 6 days, Venus and Hunter do some intense exercise and long distance exercise. Mojo does that on around 4. She simply can't do high intensity 6 days in a row. It's not good for her body because her joints start aching if we do that. But she does need and require a lot of crazy stuff, so she does get to do that 3 or 4 times a week. Alright, enjoy watching and we'll see you again next week. It's time to put Mojo on the Slat meal now. We've got a Slat meal in our garage, which I kindly picked up at Marco's. He's Venus's and Hunter's breeder. Yeah, Mojo absolutely loves it. I kind of slowly built it up. I just made it fun for her to jump up on it, and then she was just allowed to go her own pace. I used a toy at the start, and she was just rewarded every 20 seconds. And right now she just does a gallop for, I think the most she did at once was 6 minutes. And right now what I'm going to do, I think, is I'll put her on it for 4 minutes and another 4, or maybe 5 and 4, and eventually I'll build up to a full 10 minutes of galloping. And it's a manual mill, so the dog can run as fast as they want to. If they don't want to run, it will not work. They are clipped in place because it will not function. It's basic physics. A mill like that will not move if the body of the dog is not held back. They will fall or jump off if they try to run when they are not clipped in place. So that's why there are chains on the machine. We started our day with a 20-25 minute walk. That's just to get the joints warmed up, and it depends on the day what I feel like doing. It was raining quite a bit this morning, and that means the grass is really wet, and usually I don't then take the dogs out for anything because it's really slippery. So instead I started working. I work from home and I can kind of schedule my day the way I want it. And then I take breaks to exercise the dogs during the day. So right now it's Slat meal time with Mojo. Mojo? Alright, so this is the mill that we have. It's the Dogmills Quinlent edition. Come on. Yes. Stay. So Mojo is rewarded with a tug toy, and we are actually testing a couple of toys at the moment. There's a Dutch brand called Agilitoy, and they make a variety of tug toys basically as a reward for any dog sports like flyball or agility. And I asked her if she would make a few in leather, and she said yes, would you try them for us? So I've got 5 of them at the moment. So yeah, we're testing a few different widths and lengths. So this one I think is 8 centimeters and this is 6, or I think 2.5 inches and a little over 3 inches. And so this is high quality leather turned inside out, and I love them. So this one we have used quite a bit, and you don't even see the bite marks, so I'm really impressed. And I had this one made, these two, they're all test samples, yeah, so I think the seam won't be here, it will be at the edge, and she didn't really fix the edges the way she would if it were a finished product, but this is just because they're trial options, and also the handles have different lengths. I like this one, I think, a lot. This handle. This one is perfect for the bitches that have a smaller mouth, less wide mouth, and this is better for the bigger Staffords. So Mojo as well, she has quite a big mouth and long jaw. So yeah, we're testing them. So we got these for free, and I'll be using them for a couple weeks and let her know how we do. Right, so Mojo's been resting for a bit. She will get a 5-minute rest, and she just did 5 minutes. I will let her do a total of 8, I think. And she can now just keep trotting or walking for a bit just to cool down. I usually let her do this for around 1.5 or 2 minutes. And then it's time to have a little drink. Goed zo, meisje. Mojo has severe arthritis. She has elbow dysplasia, hip dysplasia, and she has patellar luxation grade 1 in her right knee. So we still do crazy stuff with her, like A-frame, long jump, just because that's what her brain wants, but she can't run alongside the bike. For some reason she can't find her perfect gait, but on the mill she runs very, very constantly, and that's perfect. It's just a great way for her to stay muscular, and slats here, they have some give, so it's a lot better than a hard surface to run on. Goed zo! Goed zo, meisje. Dat is mooi, hè?
Op. Op. Ja. Weg. Goed zo. Af. Goed zo. Zij. Zij. Goed zo, kerel.
Rond. Good joy. Ja, kijk eens. So now I'm on a walk with Venus. It will be around 30 minutes, I think. And for me, for my pace, every 10 minutes is a kilometer approximately. Hello, Finny. Hello, Mojo. Hello. Come on. So this morning we went for a 20-minute walk, what you just saw a short clip of, and I actually ended up doing 45 minutes, or maybe it was close to an hour, around 5 kilometers with Yardi together with Mojo and Hunter yesterday evening. So Mojo ended up doing around 10k. Hi. When we do fetch, we usually do 12 to 15 minute sessions without any breaks, and this is because we train for track mill on our sports team, and that's a discipline in which the dog has to run back and forth for 10 minutes straight and do well, just basically keep a constant speed and do as many laps as possible. And because I don't have a track mill yet, there's actually one coming later this summer, we practice it using a ball, and this may sound like a very short session. I do hear people say that they play fetch in the park for hours on end, but that's probably a session of fetch where occasionally you throw a ball and occasionally the dog brings it back quickly, and sometimes they just walk around for a bit, but it wouldn't be straight up throwing like this for 1.5 hours. My dog could never ever do that. But yeah, so this is what I do, and sometimes I finish a session like this by going to the field that I did the off-leash walk on, which is an off-leash area just like this one, but it's bigger with more oversight, and I sometimes just walk the entire distance back and forth and occasionally throw the ball. After I've done this, and we then do at least 30 minutes on that field. That's just to give her something else. She can explore a little bit more. Sometimes the ball is hidden in the taller grass because the grass is always taller there. But yeah, that's how we do fetch. Flirtpole, same thing. We do 12 to 15 minutes. If the dog gets tired after 6 minutes, we will give it a breather of 1 or 2 minutes, and we always will do another 5 so that we are always over those 10 minutes. Unless, of course, it's way too hot or there's another reason like an injury. But if physically the dog is able, we will always let them do that. And if necessary, it's split up. And I think that's the only way you can prepare a dog for doing something, is by basically splitting up sessions until the dog is capable and then building up from there. That's how I do it on the Slat meal as well. So Mojo right now is doing 8 minutes in total, split into 5 and 3, and she did 4 and 3 in the beginning. She even only did 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and that's just how we build up slowly but surely. And though we don't have our own track mill, and though we practice this way, she actually does quite well. Her latest official score is 104 repetitions in 10 minutes, and her minimum for Black Star level is 90. So she does 15% over Black Star level, so that's really nice. Come on, jump, jump, jump. Good job. So in a competition, the dog can't use its legs upon a tree like this or upon a person. The only thing a person is allowed to do is to touch the dummy with one hand or touch the dog with one hand. But for practice, I don't mind. It gives her a little bit more support mentally, and it's all about strengthening the jaws. Time for some fun for Hunter. Cha.
zo, kerel. Kom maar. Daar. Goed zo. Ja, goed zo, kerel. Komt ie. Ja, goed zo. Lang. Ja, goed zo. Nee. Ja. Goed zo. Ja.
Oh, dat is me de dag groot gemaakt, dankjewel.
That was a day full of fun, and I'll take Mojo and Venus for a 20-minute walk and Hunter as well separately, and then we're done for the day. Oh. Come on. Ja, goed zo. Chop. Goed zo. Ja. Is mooi. Is die mooi? Kom hier, kijk. Kijk. Yes. Alright, so it's time to do some high jump. I have got a bungee rope with a carabiner on each end. It's looped 4 times. It's around 4 or 5 feet of bungee rope. And then I have a rope attached up there, but I left it loose so I can lower the tug as soon as she grabs it, because she does not want to hang in the shed just yet. So that's why I attached it this way, so I can keep it fun. I just wrap it around my hands like 5 times and I will lower it as she catches it. Then I have a panic snap so I can release the tug if I want to. And I have this tug attached to it. Okay, chop chop. So I shortened the bungee to make it 5 loops, and now this thing is a bit higher. Chop!
Wil je koekjes in?
Heel netjes goed naar voren. Yes. Mojo. Ja. Ik wou alleen eigenlijk dat...